Welcome to UK Theme Parks, my name's Adam and today we are looking at a very exciting development coming to Chessington World of Adventures in the next couple of years. Now, a couple of weeks ago it resurfaced the 2016 plans for a new area, a new roller coaster, and everyone went mad and posting it everywhere, and even Kurt was having a go at me as to why I didn't post it. However, there was nothing new in this. That said, now we have a lot of new information. Indeed, welcome to Amazon Land, brand new looking proposal for Chessington World of Adventures in the near future. We'll speculate on that very shortly. Now then, we're going to take you through what the plans are, where the plans are going to be, and exactly what we're hoping to expect from this, including a few Easter eggs as well, which the park have released on consultations. Everything here is a public view, is fully available for everyone to look at. First, if you didn't know already, the proposed area for this is currently the picnic green, which is home to the beach, was previously home to a bounce as well, the bouncy castle, a couple of years ago, and is currently occupied by just the sandy sort of huts. That's it. At the bottom of that, you have the refuge area where it has lots of just garbage, absolute garbage. This area is greenbelt protected, which is why it hasn't been built on before. However, the park have come up with a strategic plan in order to get this through planning for a brand new Amazon-based area. As you can see here on the screen, for those unfamiliar with it, it kind of starts around the vampire area. As you exit the vampire and wild woods, you'll see the refuge area, and then next to Dragon's Fury is where you'll see the massive green. That's where it's proposed to go. It's very, very exciting development. We are looking at Chessington's first new roller coaster, they say in 17 years, but obviously it's not being built this year, so it's going to be probably more 19 to 20 years since Dragon's Fury opened in 2004. Long time, but we will be getting Chessington's first brand new roller coaster, and it won't be replacing anything. It's not a retheme, it's going to be a brand new roller coaster. With this will come a whole new landscaped area themed to the Amazon, and of course a couple of support rides as well. And the ride they've got in question for potential support rides, we're going to show you the 4 they've got in contention, 2 of which will be chosen. The first one, believe it or not, is a frog hopper. Now, these are supposed to be children family rides. These could be quite boisterous, to be honest with you. However, we see these generally themed to frogs. It would actually fit, in honesty with you, it would actually fit. I don't know whether or not they'll go with this. This wouldn't be my top pick as something I'd like to see at Chessington. But this is the first one. The second one is a Miami. Miami. Now, I wouldn't be expecting this to be a, top thrill Miami. They actually say these are in the same category as rides like Sea Storm, for instance. Maybe Miami, over the shoulder restraint Miami might work for them, but certainly quite bold. Of course, places like Portland's Park have smaller ones of this in Temple Heights. Wouldn't have been the kind of thing I'm expecting, but if they would have put a full-size Miami in, I wouldn't be disappointed. On top of that, we have the water boats, very similar to Squid Surfer, whatever it's called now, at Legoland. These are great fun rides, great fun. However, it is worth noting that Chessington would only have room for one of these. Therefore, capacity would be quite limited. But this would be one of my top picks. I think in an Amazon-based area with a bit of water, this would look fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the final one is a little balloon ride. Nothing too serious, in honesty. We see these at a couple of parks. Again, Portland's Park have one of these in Peppa Pig's Balloon Ride, and there are various larger models around that if you're on the travelling circuit as well. This would be quite a popular pick for the park. So as we said, these will be the same size as a Sea Storm and Jungle Bus. However, if you're going to open a Miami that's quite small, it'd be no point if you've got Jungle Bus. Interesting. Let us know what you think in the comments of the first developments here of this, the flat rides. Of course, what everyone wants to know is what is the coaster going to be? Well, we can show you some shots of the area and indeed the coaster. And as you can see here from the coaster end, it ends over a massive statue where the track just ends. It just ends. Now, they haven't announced exactly what it is. They've suggested it might be very similar to the concept art in sort of a wing-based one, but I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that from what it is. Now then, it is quite interesting what they say. So we can read from what Chessington have put out. So guests will be propelled on a car through banks and turns before coming to a dead end on the track adjacent to the themed structure on the southern part of the site. The car will then be propelled along the same route back to the station located in the northeast side of the park. Of the site, a hard standing ride maintenance area will be provided next to the station. So this is a boomerang style coaster. Now the word propelled is quite interesting. Propelled would for me mean launched. It would mean launched. Is it going to be a double launch one? Is it going to launch both ends? Is it going to have enough momentum to then roll back? I don't know. What do you think? Now then, the view that you're looking at here is the north end, the northeast area of it, which I believe is the top end of the park. We then move to what you would look at sort of from the south entrance if you were going in, and this would have one of the children's rides on the right-hand side of what you see here. So as you can see, this kind of dominates the area, in honesty. It's a bit loose in the theme on what they've done here. It's going to take a lot of landscaping to get this done. More shots here of the actual area, and you can see it looks really open as well. It's actually quite a big site, and we've spoken about what we'd like to see, and we'd love to have seen a 13 style ride on there, and it doesn't look like something like that's going to happen. However, a boomerang does sort of make sense for space consumption in order to have a couple of other rides as well. And of course, here is the themed station. This gives you a little bit more indication of sort of the track and indeed the route it would take. So single, as you can imagine. Again, it doesn't give you any indication whether or not it's going to go backwards and then propel forwards, whether it's going to launch out the station. I would expect this to be a tyre-driven one. I could be wrong. And then, based on that, what's the manufacturer going to be? Who is going to be making this ride? Who's going to be making it? Now, here's an overview of the site. So you can see the structure at the bottom of the screen there. The structure is where the ride ends, with the station on the right-hand side. And there are some interesting features here. So you can see by the looks of where they've put the flat ride, it certainly looks like they've planned a Miami to go in. That's not to say it will, but it looks like they've planned a Miami to go in there. And then the round structure could be any one of the other rides. I'm going to guess it's going to be the Frogs. That's my guess. That's my double guess. But let us know what you think on that. What do you think on that? Now, on the Chessington site, they do go through, obviously, all the impacts and things, of the locals and noise complaints and everything like that. And it's interesting that Chessington do this now coming out of the pandemic. So the idea of this new Amazon-themed land will include the first, roller coaster, and it's critical to resorts' recovery from the impacts of COVID-19. What a great time. What a great time to put it in front of the committee. Will it go through? Well, Chessington seem really, really confident, in fairness, that this will go through. They do seem really, really confident. So what we're looking at now, we are in the consultation phase from today, 2-week consultation phase. From the 31st of May, it closes. The public consultation closes. I don't know how well this has been advertised, but you can give your feedback online if you wish to. Early July 2021, the final plans will go into the council. So if this is going to happen, we will see the plans in July 2021. That's when we'll see them. And that will be really exciting to see exactly what they're going to do. And in January 2022 is when work will begin. Now, given that this is a family ride and it's a family area, if this starts in January 2022, I would be expecting Amazon Land to open a year later, just over a year later in 2023, which is a huge investment for Chessington World of Adventures and probably, the biggest one yet, to be honest with you. They haven't, the plan and decision will be made sort of September, October. It'll be a busy year. It'll be a busy year to keep an eye on a few key facts as we go along to make sure this is going to happen. Now, of course, they have put a to be confirmed on the land. I would imagine if this gets the green light, they start on this straight away before something happens, to be perfectly honest with you. And it would also mean we wouldn't see investment in Chessington in 2022, which wouldn't be that surprising given what they've had this year with Blue Barnacle and Croc Drop. Well, what do we think? There's one more slide to show you, actually. I don't know if you can see it on there. You may have spotted it already. We will go back to it. But this is important for Chessington. It will create jobs. They think it will create about 400 jobs at the park. Obviously, keep people on the wage bill. So we're just reading through the stats and things as we go. Will increase spending at the park. Will obviously secure the future for the park as well as construction workers, 630 construction workers. So there is a lot of benefits and a lot of pluses to this. The final slide, as you may have noticed at the top of the roller coaster, it definitely has an inversion on the plans. If this is the case, this will be Chessington's very first inverted roller coaster in its history. In its history, it's never had a roller coaster that goes upside down. It's barely had any thrill rides that go upside down with just Samurai and Ramesses Revenge. And at its current time, it doesn't have one that goes upside down. And if this is the case, this is really, really exciting news. Because, you know, we've said about Portland's Park pushing the barriers with faster rides like Cyclonator, which they're classing as a family thrill ride. And we've said then that Chessington have sort of taken a little bit of a step back from Ramesses Revenge and had no replacement. But this would state otherwise. This would state that the park is going to take a bold decision in this new Amazon area. What do you think? Have you seen this? If you have seen it, let us know below. If you haven't seen it, what do you think to see in the plans for the very first time? Chessington World of Adventures, Amazon Land. Looks closer than ever. We can't wait. We can't wait. Let us know what you think. We can't wait. We can't wait. Thank you for joining us here on UK Theme Parks. My name's Adam. Please remember to like and subscribe because when this kicks off, we will be all over it. We'll see you soon.